Hello Stampers, my name is Linda Bedinger and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Denver, Colorado, and this is my buddy Puccini who keeps me company in the craft room. And I have my paper pumpkin alternatives for you today, and I made 6 cards. So let's just get started. Okay, this is the February 2023 Sunshine and Smiles paper pumpkin. And it is meant to make these 3 cards, 3 each of 3 different designs. As you know, I don't generally make what they make, although one or more of these might be close. And this is what you receive. You have 3 card bases in Mango Melody, in blue and in pink. And then you have these envelopes. And I use the envelopes quite a bit, as is my practice. You have these little amoeba looking things that can go behind, and then the insides of these bases have designs on them. And then you have all kinds of cutouts here, and labels, and critters, and grassy knolls, and just all kinds of crazy things. So let me show you what I did with mine. This is the stamp set, and I'll just put it on here so we can see it. There's little 3 flowers together, a kite and a string, a sun. This says hello, very small. This one says wishing you sunshine and smiles. This one says you brighten my day. And this one says friends in any kind of weather. And then there's a little frog. It's a cute little stamp set. I ended up making, like I said, 6 cards, and some of them clearly are for my grandson. They give you all of the instructions on the inside and a ruler to figure out how to make them the way they suggest. And they also have been putting on the back of this some alternatives that they've come up with to making different ones. So let me show you what I did with mine. I made this one, and I cut off the front of this card base, which is this piece here. And let's see if I can show you what the card bases look like. This one had an oval on it, and it has this gingham pattern on the back. This one has a descending blue background on it, and this is the one that is Mango Melody. This one is the blue gingham outside, and it has raindrops on the other side. Now this one, this rainbow pattern on the inside. So maybe we'll start with these 2. This was meant to do this, fold over this way, and it would show this rainbow pattern behind it. So that's what the one base would look like. This one looks like this with the gradient of the blue, and this one has raindrops behind it, and this amoeba looking kind of shape. All right, so what I did was I cut off the front of that card, and I backed it in black, and I put one of these little critters. There's one with most of the critters in it. That's got, and the turtle goes down here. So the only thing it's missing from this is the little grassy knoll here. And it's got clouds and these critters and this little umbrella and the flowers. And so that's what you get. Now what I did on this one is I used the pink gingham on black and then used some of our black and white ribbon. And I gave him the umbrella. Decidedly something for a child, not something that I would do, although I have several adult friends that I could probably send this to that would appreciate it. And it does say friends in any kind of weather, and I have a good friend right now, bless her heart, she's had COVID, and she got over it for a day and then tested positive again, what they called a rebound case, I guess. And I think even she would appreciate this one. And so on the inside, I used some of the pink gingham, some of this black and white, and then I stamped a flower and then cut out one of the flowers to go down here, and that is my card number 1. So the other half, or the back side of that, was this rainbow. And what I did was I just put a couple of clouds up here and said, friends in any kind of weather. And the embellishments this time were these drops that you see here and these little pink dots. And so those were the embellishments this time. And so I put a few raindrops, and on the inside I put another cloud, a few raindrops, and then I used that paper from the inside of one of the other cards to show raindrops. And so that is my card number 2. Now, on this one, I went kind of hog wild. I used every critter they gave me and a few flowers, and I used the Mango Melody frame off of here. I cut that down to 4 by 5 1/4 and put it on the front of my card, and friends in any kind of weather, and I just put all of the critters, and I thought I would change that to say happy birthday and take it to my grandson. And in the inside I put a couple little frogs and some more of this gingham paper to match. The next one, I took this piece, which was a combination of the inside of one of these with the rainbows, and cut the rainbows and then put it on some of the envelope paper. I didn't show you the envelopes. This is the envelope, and inside this envelope on both sides is this beautiful Mango Melody paper, and I used it in several cards to make the background. For instance, on this one, this has got a piece of Mango Melody, and I can get quite a bit out of this. You have the flap, you have this whole front side that is done, and this side. For instance, this piece here came out of this piece. This came out of that, and I think I used the lid for 2 or 3 other things. So I really only used 2 envelopes, I think, to put together my 6 cards. So this one was just kind of a representation of some of the insides, and just put friends in any kind of weather, seeing as how it had the raindrops on it. And I used another one of those Mango Melody frames here and thought it would be a good place to write a message. So that is my card number 4. This one, I took the grassy piece and put a few flowers and a few of those, used a kite, and I used the stamp from the stamp set that is the sun, and I did it on the top flap of the envelope paper, so kind of tone on tone, and then I cut my sun in half so that I could put the other half of it inside. And then I used the negative space, like here, to go ahead and use my blending brush to get the slope of the grass. And on this side, I just kind of winged it. In any case, I thought that was a nice, cheery little card. And I left those tails long just on purpose because it's a kite. I colored this in with my blender pen and a little bit of the ink that came in the kit. And on the inside, I have the sun and then more of the grassy knoll. And that is my card number 5. And the last one, pretty simple again. A lot of these are going to go to my grandson. Although there's several here. I think this one, maybe this one, maybe this one, I could easily send. Well, I think they're all suitable for the right person. This one, I put wishing you sunshine and smiles. I used my blending brush and some pool party ink on the back here. I put a few of the flowers, used the blue gingham amoeba-like shape, cut one of these grassy pieces so that I had grass coming in from both sides. And on the inside, I put the flowers, the frog, and one of those suns. So that is my 6th card. And I didn't use a lot of bling on these. Now, This is one where you could definitely add a little thing on probably all of these just to dress them up a little bit. But I was going for simple and using mostly what's in the kit this time. I put everything on white bases. Even this one is on a white base. It's just that I cut these pieces. This is the inside of the this one with this beautiful blue sky gradient. So that's what I used there. So I used the insides of all of them, one place or another, here to make up the designs, and I've got a ton of material still left in my kit. So I could probably make this whole set at least again, and a bunch of different combinations of the pink and the blue with some of these other colors here, maybe on this kind of a background. You could make 3 or 4 of those, and you can stamp the frogs, so you can have an endless number of the frogs. Same thing with the flowers. Those are flowers you could stamp a bunch of times and then just use your markers to fill in the colors. So that is what I did. Now there is a companion piece with this. Let me see if I can find the flyer on it. There it is. Extend Your Crafting, it's called. There's an add-on piece with this that looks like it has some designer, more animal stamps, it says, and floral embellishments, more flowers, and a little bit of designer series paper that looks like it's kind of interesting. And so there's an add-on for this. It doesn't say how much it is. Oh, the next one is a very interesting one too. This one is the 10-year anniversary of Paper Pumpkin, and usually on those kinds of things, it's one, a very beautiful kit, and two, there's a free gift in this one. And elegant colors, special die cuts, so you can build a card that everybody will love. A free gift in the March Paper Pumpkin kit for all subscribers. You do have to be a subscriber to get this one. This one might be an interesting one to get an extra kit. I think I'll probably order an extra kit myself on this one, because I think I'll be able to make quite a bit with it. I'm looking forward to that one. Might even get this add-on. They look kind of cute because there's dies to cut out the frog and the flowers. So interesting, and they work on the small machine. Kind of interesting. Okay, so that is it. Let's see. We're coming fast on the end of the month, which is the end of Celebration, the end of the join offer. And let's see. I have a drawing every month, $60 shopping spree on me. All you have to do to put yourself in the drawing is to make an order of any size on my store, lbedinger.stampinup.net. And you can get to it through my blog, www.ingenuity.com. There's a new section on my blog, Kits to Go, and it is kits of cards that I've made most recently if you don't have a lot of materials. They're pretty affordable, and there's all kinds of stuff in that Shop With Me section these days. You ought to check it out. I always put my retireds up that I'm not keeping also. And in May, we'll get a new catalog, so there'll be a bunch more. Thanks so much for stopping by my YouTube channel. I do so appreciate it. And if you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, well, I'd love to be your demonstrator, or you could join my team. You've got a day or so left to join, and maybe just one day by the time this one posts, to join. It's $175 worth of product for $99. And the small machine boho blue or white for half price at $30. So $129 gets you $175 worth of product and the machine. So it's a heck of a deal. One of the best ones they've had. So that's it for me. I will be back soon with more cards, more projects, and more tips. Bye.